But yeah, I was saying about these headphones. So I mentioned these in the live stream I did earlier today. I was going to get a package at some point. It said between 10:15 and 12:15. Now, this was literally the time that I was doing the podcast, or the live stream, sorry. So by the time I walked outside, this was sitting in a box on my doorstep. So if you're curious what they are the Samson SR850s. Now, there's a very good reason I bought these headphones. Firstly, I wanted a pair of reference headphones. So these are reference headphones. That checkbox 1, that's ticked. They also open back headphones. So you get like a, nonsense, bigger sound stage, whatever the audiophiles like to talk about. They sound really good. That I don't understand like the technical reasons for why they sound good. All I know is these sound really good. Yes. Anyway, so these specific headphones, if we look up the SR850s, I believe there's a couple of fairly reputable tech journals have labeled them as the best headphones under $50. Now, that's under $50 under $50 US. I was going to say Australian. If they're under $50 Australian, they'd probably be absolute garbage, because then they'd be like $20 US. But best headphones under $50, best headphones under 50. And they definitely sound really good for $50 headphones in the US. So I paid $80 for these because the Australian dollar is absolute garbage. Now, I've never actually owned a pair of good, these aren't good if we're talking about like how high you can go up in the high end of audio gear, but they're still like the first good pair of headphones I've actually bought. Like, prior to this, the only headphones I've ever bought were like Turtle Beaches. I bought like some other random gaming headsets. Basically, the only headphones I've ever owned are gaming headsets. I've never actually owned like a pair of just dedicated headphones. And you know what? When you get rid of the microphone from a headset and you just put all the build cost into just the headphones, you can get really good sounding headphones for really cheap. So I didn't expect them to show up this quickly. I think I ordered them like on the weekend maybe. So the fact that they're here now, honestly, I don't know what Australian Post was doing, but they actually did their job well for once. I was testing these out earlier. I got them just after the stream. And while they're not described as like, bass head headphones or anything like that, they do sound like the bass sounds really crisp with these. I'm not a big fan of like the Beats style of bass. I've used Beats before, never owned a pair, and it's like do 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 do, like smashing into your eardrums. This sounds like how the music is supposed to sound. And I'm liking them so far. Now, I've only tried them out for a couple of hours, so I can't really talk about like the longevity of them or anything like that, but they do have some nice creature comforts that certainly going to make them more comfortable. So the previous headphones I've owned have all had like the fake leather ear cups. Now, there's two problems with fake leather ear cups. Firstly, fake leather ear cups are very, very prone to damage. So if you leave them anywhere that's like really hot and that you get them slightly wet and they sit there for a while, they tend to fall apart very quickly. And that's the exact sort of environment you have when you wear these headphones, or when you wear any sort of headphones in summer in Australia, because you're going to have a lot of sweat there, especially if you don't have like a fan on or anything like that actually cooling you down. So these don't have that fake leather ear pad. They have a velour ear pad. And the other problem with the fake leather is when it starts to damage, it starts to get like really, gets like sharp edges. Like, I don't know if I can't really show you my seat. If I point the camera down, like I don't think I can point the camera down low enough. Anyway, my armrest of my chair has the same sort, I don't know if it's fake leather or actual leather, but it's starting to peel. And when any sort of like leathery substance does that, it starts getting sharpish edges. And having sharpish edges around your ear cup, or around your ear, around the ear cup of the headphones around your ear, it starts to make them really uncomfortable after long sessions, like wearing them for more than an hour or two, especially if you slightly jolt them around, ends up being really, really uncomfortable. So this doesn't have that problem. I presume there's going to be some issue down the long run with the velour, but I don't know. Apparently they're better. They may be an issue in summer. I don't know. Right now we're going into autumn and winter in Australia, or we're in autumn, we're going into winter whenever winter starts. So it's fine for now, but we'll see how they go in the future. Also, I've already tried headphones before that have like a plastic band at the top, and because they have a plastic band, they usually have some sort of padding. Now this one doesn't. So this one just has like I think it's, I don't know if it's like actual leather or like fake leather. It just has like a strap around the top. So it like sits on your head and then there's a metal bar over the top to like readjust it. Oh, that's another thing. The way that this readjusts is also really fancy as well. It's not that fancy. It's just, it just seems fancy in my head. So the other headphones I've had, you've had to like manually readjust. But with these ones, they're never actually locked in place. So whenever you, so they'll always like have this little springy mechanism here. And whenever you actually put them on your head, they will actually just readjust themselves. Now, in my case, they actually just stay at the smaller size because I have a fairly small head. But if you have like a really big head, they will sort of just like stretch into where they actually need to sit, which is really, really nice. Now, obviously, being cheap headphones, there are areas where there is some like obvious parts that were cheaped out on, like around the joints for like the ear cups. Like this is all plastic here. There's no removable cable, so down the line that might be an issue. Obviously these ones aren't because there is only like a fully attached cable. They're not wireless headphones. I didn't want wireless. If I wanted wireless headphones, I could have got I think they're the SR850, if I'm not mistaken. Give me 1 second. I'm pretty sure they're the 950s. No, 950s are the closed back one. I know Samson does have a open back wireless headphone. I'm not sure what one it was. But the reason I didn't go with the wireless headphone or any sort of wireless headphones, because there are some pretty good reference wireless headphones now. Mainly because Bluetooth is kind of trashy on Linux. Like, it's pretty bad on everything, but Linux especially, it has quite some issues. And the other problem with wireless headphones is I would be prone to forgetting to charge them. So that would be a problem. And if I needed to use them for like a gaming stream or something, I want to know that if I plug these in, they're just going to work. I guess a lot of wireless headphones, if you can plug them in and use them while like they're being charged, but that sort of defeats the purpose of having wireless headphones if you're charging them while you're using them. But this doesn't have that problem, being the fact that they are fully wired. Now I've just got the little 3.5mm jack here, but it does come with a 1/4" adapter plugged into it, so I can actually plug it into my wait, can you see it? I don't know. No. Oh, yes, there you go. So I can plug it into, like, there's a monitor section on my soundboard, so I could do that. I was trying to get it working earlier. I couldn't work out how to get the audio to route through that. I'm probably just doing something really obviously dumb. Maybe it's the fact that on Linux you don't actually have access to the Yamaha drivers. That could very well be the case.